This is Jordan Nothing Gilbert checking in from Dust Off Qualifier in Rockville, Maryland. This is Ask EG sponsored by Intel, and I'm here to answer a few questions before we play finals match. Let's see here. See the first question. It seems like a lot of the top American CS teams went to CGS. Would you guys have joined the league if invited? Why or why not? Well, I really wanted a chance to play in such a prestigious league. I mean, something that really makes esports special and something that we've been waiting for in America for a long time. But, I mean, for me right now, I can't really do anything about it. I'm under 18, so, I mean, maybe next year if things for 1.6 aren't going too well. But as long as 1.6 is happening well and is succeeding, I'm saying we're going to stay with this game. All right, let's see, next question here. Which tournament or league do you guys enjoy the most, and which do you think is the most potential for the future? I mean, I haven't went to all the big international tournaments, but WCG seems to be really well organized and give out great prizes. I mean, I still have to go to ESWC, and I hear that's a great tournament, but right now my vote would go to WCG, and I just think they're a really great tourney, and they bring together a really strong overall competition with different games, and it's a lot of fun. All right, next question. Let's see here. Do you ever think Counter-Strike will have a future like StarCraft does in Korea? I don't know. That's asking for a lot. I mean, when I see my face on the Wheaties box, then I don't know. But for now, it's hard to tell. I mean, we'd have to go such a long way to get to the level they've accomplished there. But, I mean, all I could do is hope for the best, and maybe one day it'll be there. But, I mean, maybe, hopefully. That would be my dream right now for Counter-Strike, so that's about it. Would you ever play a new game of Counter-Strike replaced with something completely different in esports? Actually, I might. I don't know if I'd be at the same level, but I really enjoy playing like Dave Defeat and Call of Duty, those type of old school war games, going prone and stuff, hiding in corners. I mean, I really have fun in those, but I'm not sure if I'd be able to play at the same level, or by the time Counter-Strike is replaced with something, I'm sure I'll be in college doing something else, because 1.6 community is not leaving anytime soon. All right. What do you think about online leagues like CEVO, and what would make them better? I mean, CEVO is a good league. You know, they implemented the money for winning, but I really think if they want to take it to the next level, they need to do LAN finals and try to get a few more sponsors to increase it, get a little more attention so there could be more spectators. And it's just like in Europe, they do NGL1 finals, and I forget. I think there's one more online league that they do the finals on LAN. I think that'd be really great, and just it'd be a lot of fun, and that'd probably be the main thing. Right. Here we go. Why have you guys been changing your fifth player so much, and how has this instability affected your team? Well, back in January before Code 5, we started with me and Kevin, Asian, on the team, and we released him about a month after we formed, only because, I mean, we just weren't feeling it as a team, and we just weren't on the same page, and people didn't think that outside of the game, which is a really important factor on any team, that we were going to really be comfortable and be able to perform well with him. And then we went on to Phobius, recruiting him, and he had acquired a new job that he had applied for, and he got that, and so he became out of the picture again. He couldn't travel to Russia or any other tournaments. And then we got Lim, who unfortunately, shortly after we pick him up, he has problems with lung collapses. So, I mean, there's not much we could do there. If he travels to Russia, I mean, if he somehow is able to get there, his lungs collapse there, he doesn't have insurance, it poses a major problem. So we look to Ryan. We got to fill in for the tournament. We'll see how he plays. And I've known him for a while, so he looks doing pretty good so far. We'll see how it goes. Next question here. How do you think your team will be able to match up to the international competition at events like Code 5? I mean, a lot of people are just going to say Europe's going to dominate America. But I think we have a good chance. Like, we don't get to play those teams as much, but when we do, we're really hungry. And I'm not sure if they'll underestimate us, but if they do, that's when I know we'll probably beat a lot of them. I mean, teams like Fnatic are going to be the hardest to beat, maybe SK, but I think a lot of the other teams, we should be able to play our normal game and either be very close or beat them. Otherwise, we're going to have to, I mean, with more preparation, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I haven't got a chance to play Fnatic on LAN yet or a team like SK, but I'm excited to. And I think if we're playing our game and we're hitting our shots and at the level we want to be on in the time for Russia, I think we'll be able to do pretty well. Let's see here. What do you think about crowd trapping and all the controversy surrounding it? I mean, personally, I love crowd trapping, so I mean, I would just say make it legal everywhere, but I mean, that's basically it. I mean, I think it should be legal everywhere, but I mean, without using MWheel is fine. I mean, I know I used MWheel for a long time, and I got used to it before crowd trapping was even known to some people, and so it was always hard for me to stop. But now that everyone knows how to do it with control, it's a little less excessive than MWheel. I mean, it messes with sound a little bit, but as long as it's, I don't know, I think it should be legal everywhere. I mean, there might be a situation like, I don't know, something that could really mess up, like a ninja defuse, for instance, like a 1-on-4. You just like completely miss all the sound footsteps you're supposed to make, and you come in to defuse the bomb. That could be disputable. But something just quick ducking around the corner, tapping it like 2 or 3 times, rushing into a site, I don't see anything wrong with that. So I think some of the leagues are a little behind schedule on making it legal right now, so hopefully that changes. How do you guys still use teamwork with such an aggressive random play style? Well, basically, Steno explains to us, without even going over strats, our goals and what we want to do with each round and what we have to do. So as long as we're on the same page, it doesn't matter if we're running fast, going slow, as long as we adjust to what the team's doing then and use our play style, like just being on the same page and being one step ahead of people, not letting them think, then it's fine. And we notice right now it works best for us because we could work fast, we're in their face, and we don't give them time to think. So I think once we get that down well, we'll definitely be on the same level of Europeans and anyone we play against, because that really works well. How do you guys come up with new strats and decide when to use them? I mean, we kind of just see other tendencies in other teams, like just their play styles, their CT side setups on different sites, and we'll say like, okay, what do we want to work? Which site do we want to hit? Like we don't really make textbook strats. Like we don't like plan it all out in the beginning, you know, because then someone gets killed and messes with it. Like, I mean, you can plan it into detail, and if one dies in every area, that's just ridiculous. We normally just make general ideas and say our goals. Like on Dust 2, we're going to try to take Catwalk or something. We'll say if they're playing aggressive on Cat, we're going to distract them for a little, send guys long. Or if we're going to pick B and we see some guy in the B site, we know we're going to have someone mess with mid for a second, so the mid player's attention is not on B. And then we'll isolate the B guy with 3 or 4 people. We'll kill them, and that's how it is. It's all just responsive based on how the other team's playing. How important do you think it is to have a really talented opera on the team? I mean, I don't know. I've seen teams that don't really use operas, just rifles all over the place, and occasionally someone a rifle or op. But I think it is pretty important. Like, we have Scott on our team, Evolution, who's got like amazing reaction times, hits all like the basic, any shots you need him to hit, holding angles, and just really big. So I think it is important because things like just clearing sites where it's long, where you don't have to depend on bursting or tapping, or if there's a stack, like just one shot. And that's what Scott could do. He'll jump into any corridor, see a guy, and if you're in the open and he doesn't have anyone shooting Scott in the side, you're dead. You're not going to kill him. So it's really useful. And the last question here, how do you guys stay in top form when so many of the top American teams have broken up or joined CGS? I mean, I don't think it really matters the level we play so much. There's only like a little things that matter, and you know, that's just getting used to the speed of the Europeans. But everything else, we get, as long as we can get on the same page, regardless of who we're playing, we accomplish most of what we wanted to. And that's basically it. I mean, we try our best to get any other scrims, X3O, Guardians United. I mean, we just play as much as we can. And I mean, once we get on the same page, it doesn't really matter who we're playing because we know what we need to do, and we're just gonna try our best to do that versus any level. And it does not matter if it's Cal O or Cal I. And I think that's it. So, all right, thanks guys for watching this. This has been an Ask EG with me, Jordan Nothing Gilbert.